I ended up with 2 days free this week, and I wanted to use the time the best way possible. And so something that I have been hoping to do was getting here and organizing our our 40-foot storage container, which you really can't see here. And it's just been piled with stuff for years. So we moved it over here out of it was behind the house for a while. Like, I don't know, it's been a couple of years now, a year or two now. And since then, busy lives, and so it has just been like put the camping stuff in there, put the Christmas stuff in there, put the stuff that we're saving for the kids one day in there, put the old clothes in there that my oldest son doesn't need, but my youngest son, or it has outgrown, but my youngest son can't fit yet. They go in here, just all of that stuff. But since you're just busy and, stuff, it kind of just ends up like you stick it in there and you go on about your day, right? Well, every time I'd come in here or need to find something, I just find myself a bit stressed because it was just a mess. Like, I promise you could not get through here from here to the back without having to climb over something of some sort. Now, a lot of that was, I have kitchen chairs in here, that I have a table that one day I hope to sell, and I need the chairs for when I sell that table. I have rocking chairs in here that when ours break, we're going to need them and we'll move them to the porch then, but for now they're just in here until needed. I have a future guest room bed frame. I have metal frames for beds, stuff like that, and that is bulky, big stuff, so it does take up space, and it just it's hard to get through. So my goal this week has been to get in here and really get on top of some of the organizing, donating stuff, and just trash stuff, getting rid of stuff. And so me and my sons, especially my youngest one, got in here and we built this shelf. Now, don't look too closely because we are not builders. We are not in the know of building and measurements and stuff. And excuse my iPad and my cup. But we built this shelf specifically to fit these storage totes. And this shelf holds 12 on these 3 shelves. And then at the bottom we have the coolers and some other totes. And then at the top I get to use, and I actually left enough space on this one to put more boxes. But I put it in my Easter baskets, my fall decorations, things like Lannon's airplane shelf. He had that in his room for many of his younger years, and then when we remodeled his room a year or so ago, he decided that he didn't need the airplane shelves anymore, but he didn't want to get rid of them. So, Lannon's future wife, we have your nursery decorations if you choose to do airplanes. Anyways, he has a tote full of an airplane lamp and airplane bookends, and he just didn't want to get rid of them because they'd been in his childhood. And I was you know what? We don't have to get rid of them. We can put them in a container, and then later, if you decide that you don't want to hang on to them, we can get rid of them then. Ended up building a second shelf. Like I said, this is the mess waiting to be tackled. We built the second shelf yesterday, and it holds 16 boxes, and that's just the 3 shelves. So that doesn't include the top, where we have a sit and spin that the kids loved but outgrew, and it doesn't include the bottom. I have more boxes coming to organize all of this, and then I have some more coolers that wouldn't fit under that one because we made these a little bit higher. And then we have a bag of Barbies that needs a box. They're going to go up here because they're not needed for a long time. Literally keeping those for future grandchildren. And I know that's a long ways away. I know it is. But I don't want to regret having gotten rid of those things. Because there's some things from my own childhood that when I reached a certain age, I was like, Mom, get rid of it. I don't want it. I don't want to see it again. I don't want to regret getting rid of some things like the Barbie dolls, the Hot Wheels, the princess dresses, the, things like that. Because when I hit a certain age, when I was 12, 13, 14, I had a lot of things that were like special to me, and some of those things we did hang on to, but a lot of those things I just was like, I went from such a phase of like Barbie dolls and baby dolls and stuff, and so into that to like, no, I don't want it. Get rid of it. I never want to see it again. And I had my mom get rid of all of that stuff almost. And so there was some stuff that when my own daughter started getting into those phases, I wished so badly that I hadn't gotten rid of them. And like I said, my mom did keep some of those things for me. So like some of my Barbie dolls I was able to pass down and stuff. But like just a lot of stuff I wasn't able to because I didn't keep it. And I was insistent to my mom. She did ask me, like, are you sure you don't want to keep it? And it was my fault. It was on me. I kept saying, no, I do not want it. And so when I got rid of some stuff when Haley was younger, and then it was really like some baby doll stroller and stuff. And then it was later on when I went to get, like, she outgrew her princess dresses. And I was like, I had spent a good amount of money on the princess dresses. We had like one of every kind, right? And she played in them all the time. When she outgrew them, I was like, well, you know, who do I give these to? Or do I sell them? Or what do I do? And I got so sad thinking about that. And I was like, you know what? I don't have to get rid of these. I don't have to sell them. I can put these in a container. And one day, when Haley is grown up and gets married and has little girls, she can come and get the princess dresses that she played in. Now, she can get her own also. But I was like, how special would that be for her to have the same princess dresses? And let me show you. They're not just like regular Walmart dresses. This is what I mean. They're like good quality princess dresses that she played in all the time. And like, see, there's things like this. This one was mine from my childhood that my great grandma Jaton made me, and she's passed away. And this is just special. Like, it's not even me just clinging on to random stuff. It's like special things. The Little Mermaid dress. You know, just these different things. The cape. I have all the kids' capes that they wore because they would put their little capes on all the time. And it wasn't like the superhero capes for my kids. For my kids, they were sword fighting and adventuring and just all sorts of things in their capes. And now my boys' capes are not velvety. They're just the silk around the neck capes. But these things are just so special to me. Like this winter bonnet. My daughter wore this every winter since she was probably 1 up until like probably 2 years ago. And I don't know that anybody is ever going to wear that bonnet again, but maybe they will. Maybe one day her daughter will wear it, you know. And if not, maybe one day I'll decide that it can be passed on. But I just didn't want to get rid of that. It's too full of memories. Anyways, this is just my current project, my current obsession. I'm very excited. It feels really good to be getting this done and organized. And I just thought I would kind of talk about it. I just pulled this cute little rustic shelf out, and I'm hoping to move it into the house. It has been in here for years. It's ready to be moved. But we're looking better. I guess this is just like a reminder, like, I'm a big avid donator. Like, I do not like extra stuff. I do not like clutter. But some things are just important to hold on to, even if later on you decide to get rid of them. Some things from your childhood, your children's childhood, is just worth holding on to for the future generations that are coming. So maybe, like, always take that second before you donate it and decide if that's something that will later be sad that you didn't hold on to. Because, like I said, I donate all the time. All the time I have bags to carry off to donation. But some of these things are not replaceable in the fact of these are the ones that hold memories. So sometimes that's important too. It's not about being a hoarder or just collecting junk. It's about being particular with what you keep and making sure that those items are special, but not forgetting that some of those things are special. Anyways, I've got my work cut out for me, but we've come a long ways.